Kia ora and welcome to my video explaining how to make levelling observations. Let's kick things off by taking a look at all the bells and whistles on the dumpy level itself. We'll start at the bottom with the foot screws. These allow us to level the instrument and are used in tandem with the bullseye bubble. Next up is the fine adjustment screw. Use this to gently turn the instrument left or right and get those tricky shots through small gaps. And this big old knob up here, this is the focus. It's used to sharpen the image we see when looking through the eyepiece. You can twist the eyepiece to sharpen and focus the crosshairs. Last up is the iron sight. It allows you to line up the staff without having to strain your eye against the eyepiece. Righto, let's open the dumpy level up and see where the magic happens. Inside here, we have a series of prisms that focus the light rays coming into the instrument. In the middle we have what's known as a compensator. It swings on this pivot point at the top here, much like a pendulum. As long as the pendulum's allowed to swing freely, everything will work. You can test to make sure it's working by tapping the instrument and looking through the eyepiece. The image should bounce up and down and then gently settle. Just like that. Now let's look at the other half of this relationship, the staff. Most staves are telescoping, meaning they extend in sections. It's important to extend each section in order, or otherwise you'll get incorrect readings. Now let's look at the reading the staff. Each colour change is 1 metre. Now with most dumpy levels, it's possible to read to millimetre accuracy from about 70 metres away. It's best to do it by building the four-digit number up from the information on the staff. The large numbers are placed every 0.1 metres, and gives the first two numbers of our reading. Let's throw some crosshairs in there. And so here we are between 2.0 and 2.1. So our first two numbers for our observation will be 2.0. Next we number the smaller blocks from 0 to 9. Sorry, you'll have to do this in your head. Whichever block the crosshairs passes through is the third number in our reading. In this case 6. To get the final number, we split the block into 10 once again. Again, you'll have to do it by eye. In this case, I can see the crosshair is halfway below, or below halfway, but above a third. So the final number will be 4. Righto. Now let's have a look at how we write down these observations in an organised fashion so that we can interpret our data easily at the end of the traverse. Our first shot is always to a back sight, and we will usually be to a benchmark. So we put the observation in the back sight column on the first row. Next we take our foresight. Now each row in the table relates to an individual point, hence why the point name goes into the comments column. The type of observation, back sight or foresight, to the point will determine which column we put the observation in. As we go through the traverse, this will speed up slowly, you'll start to see a pattern emerging. Using that pattern, it makes our calculations for the delta heights a lot easier than it would be if we just had random numbers all over the place. Now this is the standard way of booking, the rise and fall method. So it should be familiar no matter who is doing the survey. Righto, that's enough for now. If you'd like to see the process live in action, check out our 360-degree video on the levelling procedure. Or if you just want to get straight to finishing up the calcs, go check out the reduction video.